Welcome to Analytical Path. This is the second in a series of 3 short videos describing our App Evaluator program. In the first video, we saw how an app developer can set up the various templates, iTunes website, iTunes client, iPhone, and iPad, with all key assets and materials that they created for their app, such as icon, screenshots, descriptive copy, and price point, for the evaluation process. We went on to show the developer sending the materials to a group of 100 evaluators. Now, in the second installment, we'll see how one of those 100 evaluate and provides feedback on the material that they see. Let's start. We begin by seeing how one becomes an evaluator. On the Analytical Path site, there is a section for prospective evaluators to sign up for free that describes the details of the program, such as the opportunity to be part of the creative process and make their voice heard, as well as get a chance to check out up-and-coming apps, the very apps that you, the developer, are now hard at work creating. In addition, Analytical Path also offers evaluators a chance to enter one of our many ongoing contests in which they can earn rewards for their participation. All they need to do is enter their email address and create a password, and they will receive a confirmation email to activate their account as an evaluator. After validating their email address and logging into their account, an evaluator will click the My Account tab and be presented with the latest evaluation opportunities, as well as other important information. As you may recall from the first video in the series, XYZ Studios submitted for evaluation the assets to the app called Appsy. After clicking on the link, the evaluator is shown the various platforms in which the app's assets and marketing material can be seen. When an evaluator comes to this page for the very first time, they will see a series of yellow boxes, the tutorial, describing the overall navigation features as well as the process and flow for the evaluation. They are then encouraged to click their way through and familiarize themselves with all the various screen elements that they will now be seeing during this process. Upon completion of the tutorial, the evaluation commences, and we begin with the app's name, highlighted in a yellow rectangle. They are then asked to evaluate its appeal on a 1 to 5 scale as shown by the thumbs up images at the top of the screen. The evaluator enters their score and provides comments about this element. We believe that gathering a combination of numerical scores coupled with qualitative data points can provide valuable information to developers. When the evaluator completes a given section, they click Done and move on to the next item, in this case the all-important app icon. As there are hundreds of thousands of apps on the App Store, the icon is one of the most important assets at the developer's disposal. It can convey a great deal about the perceived quality and attributes of the app. The evaluator rates the icon, which again is highlighted in yellow. Moving along, the evaluator is now encouraged to read through the description of the app. Clicking the More Less link will expand and contract the space containing the copy. Here, evaluators can read through the description and evaluate its clarity and understandability. Does the description explain the app clearly? Is it grammatically correct? And does it make sense? Unfortunately, a number of app descriptions are poorly written or contain grammatical errors. Think of your app as being on the shelf of a store. If a consumer picked it up and found poorly described content with errors, what would they think of the content itself if the packaging was lacking? Similarly, with the What's New section, when a developer is preparing an update on an existing app that contains new embellishments and features, it is prudent to ensure that those new changes are clearly and effectively communicated. Next, we come to the screenshots, the next closest thing that the user will have to seeing what it is that they will get when they click Install. Here is your chance, as the developer, to showcase the key attributes and features of your app. The evaluator will be prompted to examine each individual screenshot. Analytical Path will then gather the votes on each one and provide scores for each of the up to 5 screenshots that you, the developer, can upload. And as before, evaluators can also provide comments on each of the screenshots as well. The last element within this page to be evaluated is the all-important price. Having seen all the elements about the app, based on the perceived value, the evaluator is prompted to give feedback on how well priced the app is. This data can in turn be used to potentially determine price elasticity and consumer willingness to pay, data which Analytical Path can also help you identify with our other online tools, which we welcome you to try. And this concludes the iTunes app description page, and we now move on to other platforms and assets. For those lucky few developers from whom Apple chooses to showcase, the featured image will be a critical piece of creative that potential consumers will see. Why not test market the potential for such an eventuality by having a candidate feature image tested? The App Store is a massive market with app after app all vying for the attention of the consumer. Not only does your app have to convey the right message from within its own description page, but it has to stand out from among its competitors, of which there are a great many, which again are represented by these icons. Here, the evaluator can gauge how well your app stands out against an assembly of others. Now, we want to see how the app's marketing looks on the iPhone itself, one of 2 physical platforms on which an install or purchase decision is made. The evaluator can see all the assets and scroll through the simulated device on their screen. As with the iPhone, now the evaluator checks out the app on the simulated iPad to get a feel for the product. Again, they are also encouraged to provide comments as part of their evaluation. The evaluator nears the end and is asked to provide an overall rating on the app's presentation. This is followed by a question asking about the evaluator's willingness to purchase the app and any pertinent comments. Upon clicking Done, the data is saved and the evaluator is taken back to the My Account page where they can evaluate other apps that may be waiting or read up on new information about past evaluated apps and possible download codes shared by developers with the evaluator community. Evaluators can also share their experience with members of their social network on apps they just evaluated, a further boon to developers looking to get the word-of-mouth buzz going. In the third and final video, we will look at how developers can view the final evaluator report of aggregated data. Thank you.